Hey everyone, my name is Zoran Saher, and I have the three most amazing, fabulous wives from Delhi joining me. Thank you
Not
so
a
much.
wife, not a wife.
Almost, sorry, but thank you so much for joining me on Urban Asian.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
having
having
us.
us.
Not at all, not at all. Shalini, I'm going to start with you. Obviously, all three of you made waves on the show on season three, and none of you need introductions. But Shalini, I have to say, you're a vibe in itself. You kind of bring a very different kind of an energy. Every scene is like a frame of a film, even though it's a show, it's a reality TV show. What kind of is it an effortless sort of a persona you put up?
I think, for me, I've been seeing so many paintings since I was a kid going to museums. I think I see everything, every frame for me is like I look at it as an artist and not as as anybody else would look at, so I would not look at it as poetry, but I would look at it as a frame of a painting.
Right,
So
right. Well, that's true. Kalyani, I'm going to come to you next. And I kind of I was watching a few episodes, and I felt a sense of realism that you bring to the whole show because obviously you talk about your lives, you talk about a lot of madness. There's a lot of glam involved, but some of the conversations with you and Seema, you and Mahip, there is a sense of a human side where beyond the glam, there's also a sensitive aspect. Is that you by itself, or I mean, how do you project that?
What do you think?
I,
The
I,
audience.
I,
No,
I don't think you can fake it. I think that's absolutely you.
no, I don't. I've never faked anything in my life. I am what you see is literally what you get. And
Right.
people who know me know that. And I've done so much buck all these years on my Instagram. People just like go down. There's the way I speak. There's the way I am. That's where my life is. And I've tried to be my authentic self.
Correct.
And yes, and that I think is the biggest takeaway for everyone. All my friends is like you just been yourself, which is actually quite refreshing also in a way because
Right.
in a reality show, I think I think we've all kind of been ourselves the way we are. Our personalities have come out, and I think that is the whole idea. It's not scripted. It's not, you know what I mean? Like we've said,
Sure.
the circumstances when the circumstances were there to say what we did, we reacted the way we did, and I think it's that's just me to answer your question. Yeah, just being myself. Yeah.
Right. Ridhima, well, welcome
Mhm.
to, I may say this, the films. I mean, every part of your family is a part of this business. A
Yes.
big Ranbir Kapoor fan, big
Oh.
Neetu Singh fan, big Rishi Kapoor fan. Spent a lot of time with all three of them, love them. And of course, you have a bit of Kapoor in everyone. Was it hard facing the camera? Was it hard facing kind of when I think you said roll sound camera action, or was it something effortless? You've seen it all your life, but now it's you who's the star.
Firstly, thank you so much for having us here. The amount of love that we all have
Yeah.
got on the show is something else. So
Right.
overwhelmed with so much love. I mean, didn't even expect it. Like literally,
Mm.
like everybody's been calling. You guys are amazing, and Delhi's lit.
Yeah,
Delhi's lit. That's what people are saying.
that's true.
Amazing.
Delhi's
Thanks to my
lit.
beautiful friends here, both Shalini and Kalyani, at the top of their game and everything. But coming back to your question, yeah, I think when initially on the first day, I was slightly overwhelmed. Like, okay, matlab ho kya raha hai? Like the camera is on. Okay, what am I supposed to do? There are no lines. It's not a script. It's really hard. Obviously, you have to put in a little bit more. So, like an exact like an exaggeration version of you. But all in all, I think towards the when we started off, and through the filming, through the entire process, I think I mean, at least I just got more comfortable with the camera.
Right, right. And that kind of brings me to the next question as well, Shalini. I wanted to ask you. I mean, of course, it is so much of you that kind of comes to the show. But were there parts where, sort of you do a take, you kind of do a sort of a scene, if I may say so, and the director's like, nahi yaar, matlab wo sahi nahi ja raha hai. Is there a moment where you felt like you weren't being real enough, or was it very smooth sailing? Were there like technical glitches?
So I think the production team that we had was extremely experienced in reality television. Initially, I had asked them, "I'm going to London. Should I do some acting classes there? Should I take up some, some speech? Because I do have a little, I stammer and I sometimes stutter when I get nervous or I'm in a difficult situation. That thing just comes up because I've had it since I was a kid." So I asked that should I, clear my speech. They said, we love you the way you are. Don't touch anything. Like I just sent a message saying, I'm in London for like 2 months. I'm gonna start, get onto this acting coach and all. And they called me and they said, you dare do it? We ban you from doing anything to yourself. You're raw, you're natural, you're unaffected. You live in a shell. And I think that's so rare for audiences. And I was like, and there've been times even now when I'm, hearing what I'm saying, and I'm like, my English coach would like kill me if he heard what I said because it just did not make sense. But coming to yeah, it was so there were. I mean, I love all my mistakes because it makes me right, and it's also learning. And I am a human being. I am a work in progress. So I feel that, I mean, I'm okay with whatever happened. Sometimes I just like maybe like I don't have any regrets because I think I just like keep moving on too fast to have any regrets, I guess. So that's the
True,
kind
true.
of person I am.
It's the
Thank
best
you.
way of thinking. No, not at all.
Thank you.
Kalyani, I have to ask you, is this an alternative career you see for yourself, getting on screen more often? Would you consider sort of getting, because you definitely are gonna get more roles post this show. And I
I
will
don't
just
know about that. As
Yay.
I so always say that I'm a real life drama queen. So I have I have so much drama around me. Trust me. Shani knows me for over 2.5 decades.
right.
Ridhima also knows me, and ask Shalini how much drama she's seen in my life. So I
Yeah.
think I don't know about roles and all that, but I have always taken risks with the opportunities that have come up, and I think taking part in this show, being part of this amazing series, as you know, it's just such an honor. And honestly, I think we'll all agree we are so lucky to have been asked. And
True.
at this age and stage of my life, I'm much older than these two young things. And it's a great honor, honestly, to have been considered, to have been asked, to have been be part of this, because they've had two amazing series. And I know the girls, we've known each other, whether we are close or not is not the point, but we known each other. So you watch it,
Yeah.
just like everyone's watching us, and all our friends are watching us because we are there, three of us. So I think I don't know about the future, but who knows? Never say never. And I will take the risk of the opportunities that come my way for sure. Yes.
True.
Let the
Ridhima,
opportunities come. Let's put it that way.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Rhythm, I have to ask you, you've known Karan Johar for quite some time of your life. You've obviously sort of grown up watching his films. Obviously your parents have been a part of Dharma before, so has Ranbir, and of course, and you've seen Karan the friend, and this time around was Karan the producer. And obviously helmed by Dharma Productions, which is a massive, massive, banner.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Karan the friend and Karan the producer, really?
Listen, I have to tell you something. Karan has been there for us in our worst times, just after my dad. I mean, my mother and like we were just together. I was in Mumbai for the entire year. The whole year I was there, taking care of mom, taking care of myself um, during COVID. And just, a little after the lockdown, I was still there. I just wanted to, make my mother a tad bit stronger, just before I left. Karan used to come home and, put a smile on her face, crack jokes. So I've seen the other version of Karan. Like, he was just himself. He used to make us laugh. And the biggest thing and the biggest ever thing is that he actually put a smile on mom's face. So for me, I love him to bits.
Right.
Of course, I admire him. He is he's a friend. He's a family friend. But he's a great person. For like whatever he did for us. I mean, I'll never forget.
Right, right.
I think
Well,
one, if I may add something to Robert, it just, I think the whole, the idea of being under the umbrella of
yeah,
Dharma Productions is a very, very safe and secure environment. Like, I mean, Ridhima is, of course, blue blood, Bollywood, whether she's been in the films or not. Shalini is very well connected within this thing. And I have friends, but I think one of my biggest sense of comfort was the fact that it was Dharma Productions. You know what I mean? And that's purely because of Karan and
yeah,
Apurva, who I've gotten to know now, who is stellar.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I think it was one of the, you feel safe and you feel it's going to be fine,
True.
Yeah.
I asked you
The
questions.
entire unit was amazing, actually.
Yeah. And of course, we had an amazing, amazing production unit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Very true. No, you're right, because I had asked Maheep and Seema last week as well. They said the exact same words you just echoed about being a safe umbrella. If it's
Yeah.
if it's your first time ever, if it's something you want to do, which is going to be
Yes.
memorable, it might as well be Dharma
Yeah.
Production.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karan
Absolutely.
is all heart. Literally, he's all
Yes.
heart. He's
Yeah.
the
No, he looks
sweetest.
after his own, and I think that's really the most comforting thing. He's known for that. He's very
Right.
protective. He's like
Yeah.
this. Looks, everyone becomes his cub. It doesn't
True.
matter, like, so he's
True.
like, yeah. So
Very
it's
true.
kind of, yeah.
So very quickly, we're going to ask each of you the one thing to take away from the third season. Ridhima, let's start with you.
Oh.
There's
It
just
was
summary, a line, I guess. I don't know, a thought.
I think it was more of an exaggerated version of myself, to be honest.
Mm.
I have thoroughly enjoyed the process. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with these two wonderful ladies.
Yeah.
I don't see them too often. So I'm going to answer to everyone's question. We are friends. We've known each other.
That was my question.
But they are actually wonderful to work with, actually.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Kalyani, what would you say?
My biggest takeaway is this huge adventure I've been on. What a ride. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been in front of the camera a lot and I was very confident, a bit too confident, I would say, but I don't think I kind of understood the gravity of what I was taking on and what I was being part of. I'll be very, very honest. And it took me a while to kind of settle in and hard enough about not being myself, but I wasn't. Also, you see, this happened at a time where it was peak season for me during Diwali. Exactly a year ago, we started shooting. So
Sure.
I go bonkers at this time of the year because, you know what I
Yeah,
do.
it's busy,
So,
yeah.
I was in that headspace of, oh, yeah, I'm just going for a shoot. I'll come back. I'll go to the factory and yeah, some client order. But, it's actually, after a while, it's like having a baby. It just gets
Sure,
progressively worse. And
sure.
it plays on your mind and then things happen and you think, gosh, I should have said this, I should have said that, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have said that. And
Yeah.
it's completely a mess in your head. It takes a lot,
Right.
So that's why, how these great actors today focus on a role a year, the bigger
True.
actors. Ranveer,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
example, he'll do a movie in 2 years, but because you have
yeah.
to give your 1,000% in. And so it's not easy to do 100 things at the same time. I mean, one of the production who is a creative in the creative with Anisha Manu, he's like, you're just treating this like some side hustle. I'm like, no, don't say that. Because honestly, it might have seemed like that in the beginning, but I think, and he wasn't wrong, but I just think that it's taxing.
Yeah.
It was just nothing I expected. But I think today I can say that it was probably one of the best decisions I took to do it, and one of the best things that I've done. And this is for posterity. It's on Netflix in
It is.
192
It's huge.
countries. It's
Yes, yes.
huge. It is
Yeah.
huge. I mean, I've had people
Massive.
messaging me from Australia to Miami to Bangladesh. Of course, they love that whole Bengali bit.
Of course.
It's, yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Shalini, how would you wrap this up? I mean, what is the one takeaway for season 3?
So, even so, like Kalyani said, so even I run my foundation, which is the MASH. It's an art foundation, and we do a
Correct.
lot of events during the year, and it's a full
Yeah.
commitment. And I was continuously on those things, and of course
Mm.
also like traveling, working out, and pursuing other activities. So it did get a little stressful, but
Yeah.
I actually like enjoy that part. I like being under that situation where
Yeah.
I have too many things to do and I just love it. I love the high of it. I
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think for me, I did not think that my life would be so interesting to people or my ideas or my values. And I kept telling the production, I said, this is so boring. I don't have an accent. I speak in a very plain language, which is very simple. I don't emote. I mean, I'm not a very emotive person. I'm pretty like I have a very monotone kind of a voice. I said, I'm gonna be the most boring character. And I am so pleasantly surprised that, and what I learned is that being authentic and being
Yeah.
yourself is what actually people have loved about me, have loved that I'm just very plain. I've not tried to like, if I wanted to wear pink eyeshadow, I wore it. Like I was just being myself. And a lot of people have said that, why we feel scared just to even experiment or do something. And what I'm loving is the process right now because, like Kalyani said, that women from all over the world, gay communities are reaching out. And I was someone who would not really read my own DMs, but I'm actually engaging. And it's really amazing to know. And sometimes also people say some stuff which is not so flattering. And I take it as, like as a critical appreciation, to better myself. So I think we all have learned. I've
Yeah.
learned to work as a team. So I've never worked for
Yeah.
anyone before. So for me, this is the first time that I'm actually working for someone. And that was like, I could not change a shoot just because I had fever. I couldn't change the location of the shoot just because it was hot and sunny. I mean, I'm used to controlling everything in my life, the where I go, what I shoot, people I meet, where I travel to. So for me, it was like just like I just felt like I was like at the, I was just like one of the people, and which was very, very refreshing for me because this is a very new experience for me. So thank you for asking.
I think you guys have been fantastic. Wish you all the very best, and thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Bye.